You wake up before your alarm, not because you're excited, not because you love what you're about to do. Your body just knows the routine. Same time, same job, same cycle. You tell yourself it's a good thing. Security, a solid salary, stability. But as you stare at the ceiling, there's a quiet thought you can't shake. If everything is going so well, why do you still feel stuck? You're making more money than your parents ever did, and somehow you feel more stressed than they ever were. That's not a coincidence. And it's not your fault. It's how the system is designed. Let me explain. Imagine someone like you, mid-30s, decent career, respectable income. On paper, life looks great. But here's the strange part. The money never really feels like it's yours. The paycheck comes in, and almost instantly it disappears. Rent quietly pulls its share. The car payment takes its cut. Insurance, utilities, subscriptions drain the rest without asking. By the time you actually open your banking app, the decisions have already been made. No choice, no pause, no moment where you say, what do I want to do with my money? And yet you don't feel poor. You have a place to live. You have a car. You eat out sometimes. You feel normal. That's the trick. The system doesn't make you suffer. It makes you comfortable enough to stop questioning. Money leaves in small, invisible pieces, so your brain never experiences the full loss at once. You're not building wealth, you're maintaining a lifestyle, and the difference between those two things is everything, because a lifestyle needs constant feeding. Wealth doesn't. Now here's where it gets more dangerous. Every time your income increases, your life expands to meet it. You get a raise, so you upgrade the apartment. You earn more, so the car gets nicer. Convenience improves. Comfort improves. It feels like progress. Friends congratulate you. Family feels proud. You feel like you're finally moving forward. But something else is happening at the same time. Each upgrade quietly increases the minimum amount of money you need just to stay where you are. At first, quitting your job feels possible, then uncomfortable, then unthinkable. Not because you lack ambition, not because you're lazy, because your lifestyle depends on that paycheck. This is what people don't talk about. Higher income doesn't automatically create freedom. Often it does the opposite. It tightens the chains. They just happen to look like success. You didn't plan this. No one forced you. The option was simply there. And human psychology did the rest. We're taught that moving up means getting richer. But in reality, many people just move up into bigger obligations, more responsibility, more pressure, more fear of losing what they've built. Here's a question most people avoid. If you lost your job tomorrow, really sit with it for a moment. How long could you survive? 1 month? 2? How long before panic sets in? If your answer is less than 3 months, you're not financially secure. You're financially dependent. And that's not an insult, it's a description. Because when your money's already promised to everyone else, you can't take risks. You can't say no to bad situations. You can't walk away from stress. You can't build something of your own. The landlord gets paid. The bank gets paid. The car company gets paid. You get anxiety. This is why someone making $30,000 a year and someone making $300,000 a year can feel the exact same pressure. Different numbers, same stress. Because freedom isn't about how much you earn. It's about how much you keep. It's about the gap between what comes in and what must go out. And the system is incredibly good at training people to keep that gap small, not overnight, slowly, comfortably, until living without a paycheck feels impossible. So well, but here's the part no one tells you. This isn't permanent. It's not a law of nature. It's not destiny. The moment you stop asking, how do I make more money? And start asking, why does all my money leave? Everything changes. This isn't about quitting your job tomorrow. It's about regaining control. Income is not wealth. Income stops the moment you stop working. Wealth stays. Real progress isn't a bigger paycheck. It's fewer mandatory expenses. It's flexibility. It's knowing that if something changes, you'll be okay. And that starts small. Not with a business, not with a risky investment, but with space. 3 to 6 months of living expenses? That's it. That buffer does something powerful to your mind. You stop operating from fear. You stop making decisions just to survive. You think more clearly. You negotiate differently. You stop tolerating things you shouldn't. Your paycheck becomes a tool, not a leash. And once that happens, everything else becomes possible. You realize freedom doesn't begin when you earn more money. It begins when your survival no longer depends on permission from your employer. The salary trap is real. It's subtle. It's efficient. Most people never escape it because they confuse comfort with freedom. But the people who do escape it aren't smarter or luckier. They just became aware. They saw the system for what it was and chose differently. And you can too. If you want to understand how money actually works, how to build assets instead of obligations, and how to step out of paycheck dependency, subscribe to this channel. New videos every week, each one designed to move you closer to real financial freedom. I'll see you in the next one.